Okay, so this is a re-recording of this part of the video because this part was not captured by the Panopto. So I'll explain it again. This is the figure I showed in week 2 lecture towards the end, which summarizes the contemporary neuronal methods to measure the brain in both spatial and temporal scale. Okay, and then it's evolved since 1988 to 2014, and it's improving. And as this figure shows, the brain lesions is located to the top right, meaning that in terms of the spatial resolution, it is very coarse because typically when the brains are damaged, the multiple areas are simultaneously damaged. And it's also the case that it's not easy to see where exactly damage happened. In terms of the microstructure, such as the axons and dendrites, even if you are, hit in here, some of the fiber might have been, severed in this location or something like that. That's actually highly plausible. So in terms of spatial localization of the lesions, it's not that easy. That's why spatial localization is worse. And also temporal resolution is also bad, partly because that brain lesions, when it happens, there are many compensatory mechanisms happens in the brain. And so when even if brain damage itself happens at time t, the effects of the lesion can unfold over the time, and then it can sometimes recover after a certain period. And so that's the reason why temporal resolution of the brain lesions are also relatively bad. I mean, worse in all of the available techniques so far. Having said that, brain lesions are indispensable and very significant contributor to consciousness research. And the reason is the one that I will be giving an overview to you guys this week. And that's from the next video. And also, so I also wanted to make a notice that Microsoft Teams seems to be unpopular or unused. So this class will not utilize it for any further communication. If it's okay. All right. And then the learning objectives for this week. After viewing this lecture, you will be able to hopefully answer the following questions. One, why are the studies of brain lesion patients important for consciousness research? Second, what are the reported phenomenology by patients? And three, how can we assess and validate their phenomenology? And I will introduce some of the behavior and also neuronal studies of these patients, which accompanies with these phenomenological reports. And as a reading material for this week, I suggested a chapter 12 of Quest for Consciousness, which centers mostly on the discussion and also implication for the studies from the patients with the brain lesions. Although the topics covered in the chapter 12 does not directly overlap with the lecture, I suggest reading through chapter 12 as well as recapitulation to get a global overview of other types of the brain lesions in consciousness research.